Hi, this is Rick from Doomsday Models, giving you an update on a couple projects. I tend to bounce around a lot. This one is just an update on the KV1 tank that I did the last episode. Really enjoyed that build and the improvements I made to it. And I've just done the black primer from Mr. Surfacer on that, so it looks really nice. Had a little problems with my airbrush that day that are operator error purely. Nothing wrong with the airbrush. I love Iwatas. Anyway, I started Cromwell Mark IV in between. Reason being, I had the spray paint out in the garage just because of the smell. And summertime was too hot. Of course, now it's wintertime, it's too cold. So I go out there on the really good warm days in the winter. If not, I just keep building. So I tend to have 7 or 8 models at the moment. They're just awaiting paint. Some have primer, some have nothing. They're just built out, waiting to be painted. So I'm gonna go with the Cromwell right now, just because it's just something I wanted to shoot around and to try something different. One of the things is this is a length plastic model track. We have to glue in place. I wanted to try a new technique, which is to not glue them to the tank itself, but to make them separate, easier to paint from both sides. I'll let you be the judge and see how I did on that. Just kind of excited to see how that's going to turn out. It's my first time doing this technique, so I'm going to give you a preview here. Hang on. Okay, so here's the Cromwell that I'm doing, and I have this is the process I was talking about, gluing these in place. That way you can paint them from the back side and the front side. I'm going to give this a try, see how it goes. I'm not a huge fan of link and length. In my scale, 1/48 was my favorite scale. You really have no choice. You're going to, especially with your Allied Western armor, there are no choices for metal tracks in that category. Your Russian armor, your German armor, there is a lot of choices, and that's why I tend to enjoy doing Russian German armor. Anyway, give you an update of the KV1. Here is just the black primer that I used Mr. Surfacer on. I'm going to be going through a couple of camouflage patterns here. I think I'm going to end up going with this one right here. I think it's a little more interesting. You can see the top view there. I think it's really, really cool. And then they have a couple other examples on the bottom, which are cool too. I just think I'm going to go with this one. I think it's a lot more interesting, and looking forward to doing that. So just on the subject of this, I like doing metal machine guns, metal barrels when I can. As you see, I got the metal barrel that I had it customized to fit into the mantlet. I wanted to see if you guys would be willing to talk with me on this. I'm doing there's 3 choices for the barrel. The brass ones that came to the kit are just not very exciting, but I may go with it just because they're more precise. So I may go, this is the plastic barrel right here that was at I just cut it off, and hopefully I made it well enough where I can just glue it to the end. The kit, that's how it has it, is as a muzzle brake like that. I think that's very interesting, so I may go with it. And then another thing is, I like doing metal machine guns, but I have to make a choice here, and I think I've made it. I'm going to stick with the plastic barrels. I don't usually do that. I was able to hollow out the ends. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see this. I would really have to dig that out to get those metal machine guns on there. I honestly, I really don't know if you're going to be able to tell the difference or not if they're metal once I paint them. And I think they're going to look just fine the way they're at. Was able to drill them out just fine. So I think I'm going to go with that. And I'm just having a lot of fun with that. But maybe in the comments, if you don't mind commenting, taking a second, what muzzle brake do you like? I tend to kind of go with the kit one. But let me know what you think. See if I should just go with the brass one, stay consistent with the metal barrel. I don't know which way I'm going to go yet, but I'm tending to go with the kit one just because I think the muzzle brake is more interesting. So I did all the filling in of all the injector pin marks on the bottom of the rails here. I've screwed them down. Some of these Tamiya kits, they have the metal hull bottoms. In the early 2000s, they had that, and now they're going back to plastic, which is fine. Either one, whatever you want to go with, just keep cranking out new models. That's all I ask. So, like I say, I'm going to be able to paint these separate and then press them on. So I'm just going to see how it goes because I had they're rubber rimmed wheels, so I'm going to have to use a stencil, and this way I'll be able to press it up against there and spray it the olive drab. I got to figure out something new. Olive drab is so boring. Sometimes it's just appropriate though. That's what they did. However, if I can find something that's on the internet that's a little more interesting, I'm gonna go with that. So that's where I am with that. I'm gonna go with the turret right now and start working on that. And it's just an easy day. I'm just enjoying the sunshine in our new hobby room. I don't know if I've showed you this. My father-in-law built me these great boxes that I could display more of my armor and put them up. They're giant. They're 4 feet across, each one of them. And I don't know if any of you guys know what Solido tanks are, but these are, I guess they could be considered antiques now. They were built anywhere from the 60s to the 70s. They're metal, they're mostly metal. There is some plastic, where the wheels are plastic. The treads are metal though. These are what actually got me back into to modeling and building my own. It just wasn't that much fun buying them and putting them on the shelf. I like creating stuff. So that's how I got back into the hobby. Solido started me off, and then I just started building. And these are just some of my favorite ones. There's that IS-3, you may remember. I got that on the shelf right now. I still don't know if I'm going to add anything else to it. I think I may leave it in museum quality. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on with all of that and get your thoughts. If you have time in your day to comment on any things I covered, things you'd like to see. I know there's a lot of modeling videos out there. I just thought having somebody out there that is into 1/48 almost exclusively. I do have 5 1/35 models that I slated to do. However, I have such a love for 1/48. I tend to go over to those first, so they're still on the shelf and not started. So if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know. I will do a video. I'm gonna have to, for the KV1, I'm gonna have to burnish the metal tracks. That's a great process if you've never done it. That's why I love metal tracks as a burnishing fluid that turns it into a realistic color for the track. So I tend to do nothing else with it. And just leave it like that because the color of the metal will vary. It's not just black. It's almost if you wait long enough with the chemical, it's like a black rust color, so it comes out kind of perfect. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and we'll see you again soon, and I'll show you more progress when I get a chance. Okay, thanks very much, guys. You have a good day.